Komodo Dragons, giant reptiles. Real dragon. If you've ever read stories about dragons, you know that they're huge, fierce, often fire-breathing reptiles with powerful bodies and sharp claws. If you think they're just make-believe creatures in storybooks, think again. The Komodo Dragon, the world's largest lizard, matches just about every detail of a dragon's description. Komodo dragons can't exactly breathe fire, but their bite is almost as deadly. Built to fight. Komodo dragons are the heavyweight wrestlers of the lizard world, and they're built for a fight. Grabbing their opponents with their forelegs, they attempt to throw them to the ground. They use their muscular tails for balance when standing upright, especially when two males fight. Dragons are covered with bony plates for protection from the bites and scratches of their opponents. Sharp, jagged teeth and huge claws come in handy in battle as well as for killing prey. Island home. Komodo dragons live on 5 small islands in the Asian country of Indonesia. These hilly islands have a mix of forest and grasslands. The weather is hot, with rainy and dry seasons. The dragons on 2 of the islands are much smaller than those on the other 3 islands. Their smaller size is an adaptation to less food and a harsher climate. Dragons are strong swimmers. They can swim from one island to another, but most stay on their home island. They often walk along beaches looking for dead fish that have washed ashore. During the day, these giant lizards often deal with the heat by staying cool in burrows. At night, the burrows help them stay warm. They may dig their own burrow or use one made by another dragon. Komodo dragons usually spend their time alone, hunting, eating, and napping. Dragon food. Komodo dragons aren't picky about what they eat, as long as it's meat. They're hunters, and they also eat animals they find that have already died. Their main foods are deer, wild pigs, and water buffalo. They also eat rats, snakes, birds, eggs, and dead fish. In addition, adults eat young dragons. Komodo dragons can run to chase down prey. However, they're more likely to ambush and then overpower their prey. They often hide along trails waiting for prey animals to pass by, and then attack. Dragons don't usually immediately kill the animals they hunt. However, they may bite an animal, which then gets away. The bite usually causes death quickly, or within a few days in a variety of ways. The wound itself may cause the prey animal to bleed to death. Harmful bacteria from a dragon's mouth may cause a deadly infection. Prey animals may also die from an infection caused by standing in dirty water after being bitten by a dragon. Scientists recently discovered that Komodo dragons have venom, a type of poison delivered with bites. More study is needed to understand how venom and bacteria are involved in bringing the death of dragon prey. Dragons have a handy way of finding dead animals. They use their forked tongue to taste the air. Then they touch their tongue to a specific organ on the roof of their mouth to identify tiny odor particles in the air. They can tell the direction of the prey by noticing which tongue tip had more particles. Then they take off in that direction to find their next meal. Dragon babies. Female Komodo dragons may build a nest in the ground or on a hillside. Some may instead use a mound that a bird made for its nest. The eggs take between 6 and 9 months to hatch. During that time, the females stand guard to protect them from predators. Baby dragons hatch at the end of the rainy season in April, when many insects are available for food. Babies are on their own right away. They climb trees to stay safe from adult dragons and other predators. Young dragons stay in trees for 2 to 4 years. In addition to insects, they eat geckos, rodents, and birds. When they're older, they also eat leftovers from adult meals. Komodo dragons become adults at around age 7. Males can live to the age of 60. Females may only live half as long. Scientists think they die younger because of the extra energy needed to build nests and lay and guard eggs. Saving dragons. Only 3,000 to 5,000 dragons are alive in the wild. Because females have much shorter lives, as few as 350 breeding females may still be alive. Dragons are considered vulnerable, which means they are at risk of becoming endangered. Dragons are losing their homes to people who clear wild land. Villagers may kill dragons that attack livestock. Poachers kill them or kidnap them for sale as pets. In some areas, Komodo dragons must compete with humans and wild dogs for enough food to eat. Scientists around the world are working to keep Komodo dragons from being extinct. Some scientists study dragons in Indonesia to understand their habits and needs. Conservation groups work with schools and communities to teach people how to help protect Komodo dragons. Since 1992, zoos in and outside of Indonesia have been successful in raising Komodo dragons. Many different zoos now work to keep dragons alive. Monster lizards. Komodo dragons, the largest lizard in the world, are fierce creatures and are clever hunters. They have a wealth of adaptations to help them survive. In addition to sharp teeth and claws, they have huge, strong bodies that can overpower almost any opponent. More than 70 zoos around the world have Komodo dragons. You may be lucky enough to see one of these amazing animals someday. If so, you may find yourself admiring the perfect designs of these heavyweight wrestlers. You may also gaze in awe as you remember that dragons aren't just in storybooks, they're real.